Os, hello, welcome Shotokan Karate family, welcome to this class. Today we're looking at Heian Godan. Heian Godan, the kata for purple belt, and we're looking at some details and just get some repetitions in, focus our body, our minds on what is left to do. So first, let's start with a quick warm-up. Let's do K-marts. So just jog in place, and then when your right foot is in front, kick with your left fist. Let's focus on our arms. How are the arms coming forward? They need to come close to our body. We don't want to have something like this, no hooks, but we want to have straight punches forward. And let's change into jumping jacks. Yummy! Let's do some embraces. Close your eyes, feel the impact. Go back as far as you can with your arms. It's also a stretch, a dynamic stretch of your chest muscles. Let's go to the ground and do planks. Plank position, ready, go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, san, shi, go. Rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, san, shi, go. Rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni. San, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Lie on the ground, stretch out, and then on my count, let's raise your head, your feet, and your hands from the ground so that the only parts you actually touch the ground are your belly region. So, hashime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, and relax. Deep breathing into your belly. Go to side plank position, and on my count we start with side planks. And hashime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, ju, ich, ni, san, hach, kyu, ju, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, and ju. Go down, go to the other side. Let's do side planks on your right side if you do the same direction as me. And hashime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, chu, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, chu, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, chu, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, kyu, and chu, and relax. Slowly get up on your feet. So today we're working on Heian Godan. Let's just go ahead and make sure our upper body is warm enough. Let's go and start with a combination of all upper body techniques, all defense techniques. So let's start with our right arm. So we do age uke, shuto uke, soto ude uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Age uke, shuto uke, soto uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Age uke, shuto uke, soto ude uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Age uke, shuto uke, soto uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Ich. Ni. And san. Yang. Ich. Ni. San. Yan. And yame. So that was our right arm. Let's do the same thing on the left side. So first slowly. Age uke, shuto uke, soto ude uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Age uke, shuto uke, soto ude uke, ushi uke, gedanbarai. Ich. Ni. San. Yan. Go. Ich. Ni. San. And yan. And go. And yummy. So the fun thing about this combination is that everything comes from the hip, and sometimes, most of the times we come with the hip, and sometimes we go against the hip. So here we go with the hip. Here we go with the hip. Here we go against the hip, or the other way around. Here we go again with the hip. Here we go again with the hip. So all except soto uke go against the hip. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. So keep that in mind, and do this combination for your own until you know it by heart. It's really fun combination, and it brings back your energy and your concentration if you're in a big workout. So just the last leg warm up so that we don't overstretch ourselves. Let's do some leg swings before we go into our kata section. And ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, Q, and chu, and change the leg, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, Q, and ju. So let's look at Heian Godan. Heian Godan, the fifth Heian. Let's start from the beginning. Now it's a kata, Heian Godan. Look left. These are the first movement. Let's dig deeper into those. Here we go into, first we go into a kokutsudachi. So we do a ushi-uke. Do a kokutsudachi, so we sink down. We don't want to step out too much. We want to sink down. And then we do a tagaitsuki, coming from the hip. So we push ourselves still in kokutsudachi, but we push our fist out. So this is a tagaitsuki to the side with full hip movement. Then we somehow push ourselves here. Here important is that there's a straight line. If you drop, would fall here, then would go down here onto our fist. Not something like this, just steadily going down. Then the same thing on this side. Okay, let's try this for a couple of times until we really have it in our muscle memory. First part of Heian Godan. Hashime. Yame. Again. Hashime. Yame. Let's do this 3 more times on my count. Each. Ni. San. So this was the first part. Let's start from the beginning with this part and move into the next part. Then drill this part. Rei, Yoi, Heian Godan, Hashime. Next part. Going into Morote Uke, Kokutsudachi. So let's drill this next part. We are here. Let's go into Morote Uke and Kokutsudachi. Da! Change side. Follow me here. This is a class. We do everything together. We are in this part. We go out into Morote Uke and Kokutsudachi. Down block, upper block, push down, grab, and oitsuki. Again, we're here. Morote Uke, low block, high block, push down, grab, and ai. Let's do this 4 times. Go back and forward. From this position, and each. Da! Ni. Da! San. Da! Ready? Last time, full energy. Yan. and yame. Rei and yoi. So let's do the kata until this technique and go on with the next technique afterwards. Rei, yoi, Heian Godan. Hashime. Next, look on your over your left shoulder. Evasion, leg evasion, and the kick into your groin so that you're in kibadachi. Change of direction again. Mikatsuki geri. Let's do this again. So the whole kata until this point. Heian Godan. Hashime. Mikatsuki. So let's do just this part. We start from the oitsuki. Look over our left shoulder. Change of direction. Haishuke. And Mikatsuki gari. Let's do this in this direction. Let's do this a couple of times, 4 times. So we start on the outside of the space we have with our right oitsuki. You're ready in your position. And ich. Ready in your position. Ich. Ready in oitsuki position. Ich. And one last time. Ready in your oitsuki position. Hashime. Okay, yame. Rei. I have to fix my gi. As always, we look away from sensei or from the camera here when we tighten and fix our gi. This is just the way we do it in a Japanese dojo. So let's continue with the kata, move to this technique and add the next technique to drill this one. Heian Godan. Hashime. Next is to the right side, kokotsudachi with a I don't remember the name of the dachi. I will put into the subtitle, sorry for that. Then a agetsuki and so again we are here, going to the right, agetsuki and the morote uke in Senkutsudachi again. Here, the most important thing for me is the jump. This is the most difficult thing also. In the jump, when we look at the jump, so we're here, Agetsuki, and the Renochidachi here, and then when you go to the jump, we should have one moment where everything is tucked up. So our knees are tucked up and our elbows are tucked up. And then we come down into the down block. So let's try this. Let's really push ourselves in the air, pull knees and arms back so that we have on the highest point of the flight, of the jump we really have everything tucked close to our body. So a contraction movement and afterwards an expansion movement again. You know, contraction, expansion, all this duality in karate, it's always contraction, expansion. And here this is also one point where we have contraction, expansion. So let's start again in Enpi Uchi, in Kibadachi. Then we go to the right. Follow me here. Agetsuki. And into a Tsenkotsudachi, Morote Uke. So let's train this 4 times. Kibadachi, Enpi Uchi, our starting position. And ich. Ni. Ili. San. Yan. And yame. So this is quite exhausting, this high jump. Go as high as you can. So let's do the kata until this point and that 1 or 2 techniques afterwards. So you focus and recharge and a bit out of breath. Os. So let's do Heian Godan until this point. After the jump, add a couple of techniques afterwards. Rei, Yoi, now it's kata, Heian Godan, Hashime. Na! Now, let's add this. So this is technique. We are in Morote Uke, in Tsenkotsudachi. Then we look over our left shoulder. So let's do this like this. We look over our left shoulder. Go into a Tsenkotsudachi. Grab the groin and pull to a Kokotsudachi. So if you really closely see what we're doing here. So we're going forward in a Tsenkotsudachi. So we shift our weight forward towards the opponent. Have a big reach here. Here protection or we can block an incoming punch. And then we push ourselves back from the front foot into a Kokotsudachi. For example, by holding on what we grab down there. This is one of the key elements, I think, in Heian Godan. This change between Tsenkotsudachi in showman position. So we really thrust into everything we have with our hips. So in 90 or 180 degrees hip here, and then coming into a hanmi position here, into Kokotsudachi. You see that the weight shifts. And the front leg shifts too, because we need to go back into this L stance. So from a Tsenkotsudachi, we push ourselves back into a Kokotsudachi, like this. I think this is one of the key elements of this kata for me personally. So let's dig into this again a bit. So let's start Let's do the kata until there and add these two techniques. And afterwards we have the same thing but on the other side. Okay? Let's go into starting position. We switch direction this time. Rei. Yoi. Heian Godan. Hashime. Hey! Now, come back, turn, and same thing on the other side. So let's do this a couple of times. Only this last movement that we have here, this going into Tenkutsudachi and grabbing what we find there and going to the other direction. So Tenkutsudachi, Kokutsudachi, change, Tenkutsudachi, Kokutsudachi again. Let's do this. Okay, from the side, let's go into Tenkutsudachi, Kokutsudachi. Come back, change, and Tenkutsudachi, Kokutsudachi. Let's do this 4 times. To the left first. And knee. Let's do it the same way that you do, to the left. So see me from behind. And Hashime. So now at the end, feel down, look down. How is your Kokutsudachi? Is that okay? How is your position, your upper body position? Here, at least horizontal, not down here, but here. Going further up is no big deal, but horizontal would be ideal. 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle here. Here at least too. Not something like this, but something like this rather. Okay, let's do this 2 times more from your side. So to the left into Kokutsudachi. And changing. And back. And another last time before we go into the complete kata. Hashime. Rei. Yoi. So now we have everything together. Let's try to add everything and do a nice kata of Heian Godan. But first, let's focus our mind, our energy for another focus and recharge. Rei and Yoi. So let's prepare ourselves for the kata. Get rid of everything else in your head, all the thoughts about the rest of the day, about what happened before, about what happens afterwards. Now just focus on your body for a second. Are you in balance? Is your head tilted forward? Are your shoulders relaxed? Back? Is everything back? Are you breathing deeply? Are your hips pulled forwards? Your pelvis has the right angle, pushing forward. And a deep breath again. Rei. Yoi. So let's give it everything for this kata. All the movements, we have them. All the energy, we have it. Give it with a good ki and a good jump. So ready. And now it's the kata. Heian Godan! Hashime! Na! Yes! Yes! Hey! Ray. Enjoy. So this was everything we had. I doubt that. Still we have more. Let's do it one last time. Let's change the direction. Let's give it everything we have. Let's do every moment, every movement in an explosive fashion. Let's give a great ki. Try to be in nice stances. Let's give the best kata in your life. Try it now. Try it today. There's nothing else than now. Let's give it everything. Os. Yoi. Heian Godan. Hashime. Na! So not everything goes error-free all the time, even if we want to. Sometimes we stumble, sometimes we forget something, sometimes our environment is not ideal, sometimes the floor is slippery or sticky, or our feet get wet. We have to deal with that, and we have to accept that we cannot influence everything in our life, but we have to flow with it, go with it and accept some things in our life. So this was the high note of our class, the full energy Heian Godan. Let's quickly do a cool down. Let's stretch our quads. Don't forget to breathe here. So static stretch of your quads at the end of the class. And change. I need a bit more stretch here on the right side today. Go to the ground, do a hamstring stretch. We had to work a lot today with our legs, doing the jumping and the Mikatsuki Geri. So let's give them quite some stretch. Go deeper if the stretch starts to loosen, get weaker. You just give more. Try to push from your sternum to have a straight back all the time, also in this stretch. And change direction, change foot. Go deeper if you can. Push from the sternum again. Let's go into a butterfly stretch. Push your knees down with your elbows, or just pull them down with your abductor muscles. Keep a straight back here again. Also in this stretch. Yummy. On your knees, let's stretch our arms. Quite some work with our arms too in this kata. Also again, think at the funny combination we did in the beginning of the class. Agi-uke, Shuto-uke, Soto-uke, Ushi-uke, Genambarai, all with one arm. And with how your hip can help you there. Switch arm. That's a really good combination to do if you're waiting for the bus, or if I work at the office and sometimes I'm so deep into a computer problem or something that I forget everything around me. So from time to time I want to switch away from these problems and just do something else. Then I can do this exercise. No big deal about the muscles, so it doesn't need to be fast. So change your elbow behind your head. So it doesn't need to be fast, it's just a good point of coming outside of the story that you're currently following. Just getting some distance to what you're thinking about at the moment. Like a short break for your body and mind. Focus on your body a bit more, but also invest in your mind, because it's quite a complicated combination. So give me feedback if you like this combination and how you find it, if that works for you. I'd be pleased to hear back from you. So shake everything out. Let's do some as if you were dirty. Just straighten everything out and get rid of all the thoughts, all the doubts, all the negative energy, and tap your head. Come back inside your body from all the thoughts you have, and clap your body. The outside, the inside of your arms, chest, belly, outside of your legs, inside of your legs, buttocks, belly, your shoulders, and again sweep all the dirt from your day, from your last day, and start again as a fresh human being. So this was the class today. We focused onto Heian Godan. Did a cool combination of your upper body techniques, of your arm techniques, and I looked at all the different techniques of Heian Godan and repeated them in short drills. So I hope you had fun, and let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next class. Hus!